Isolation are for person wasting get money for wallet. I go dey my place cause it's a way to make it safe until the whole shit blows away. Make I no make myself the target, I'm just saying.
Good afternoon and welcome to this special educational broadcast from the stable of Uniq 103.1 FM and Freedom Television. In this lecture, we will be taking the SSCE students, especially the SS3, for financial accounting. We all know that we are in a period of lockdown, and in this period, our students tend to be roaming around the street, playing football, watching all sorts of movies, and through this program, they will be able to be equipped with the right knowledge, information that will help them during this lockdown and that will prepare them for their upcoming examination. I am Isaiah Olaiwaju Moses. But before then, you cannot be in financial accounting class without your writing materials. So I will give you just few minutes to get your writing materials. When we talk about your writing materials, it refers to your pen, your books, your calculator, your textbook if you have one, and especially your series. In the meantime, I will employ our parents to call their children very close to the TV set and likewise the radio. I'll be back for a short time.
Help Our Use the Truth to Know is a fragment from the second stanza of the Nigerian national anthem. It is a known fact that the average Nigerian youth lacks basic information about the contemporary issues of life. About 30% of the Nigerian youth are ignorant, while another 30% have been wrongly informed by wrong information. The right information can heal the soul. Indeed, the truth can bring freedom. The current rise in thuggery, cultism, drug abuse, and other social vices which poses a threat to this generation and puts the next generations at risk are actually responses from a confused soul. So come along, heal your soul. It is informative, it is reformative, and it is educative. This is the Youth Council, and I am your host, Daniel Ayotinde Omoniton. Call me the Jorati.
Welcome back. I want to believe you must have been in my class with your writing materials at this moment. When we talk of financial accounting, you must have been equipped in the class with the meaning of accounting. What is accounting? Accounting is the process of classifying, summarizing, interpreting, recording the financial data of an organization, which enables the users make decision. What do we mean by that? When you prepare the financial statement of an organization, it will enable you to know whether the organization is progressing or not. When we say progressing or not, we are referring to what? Making profit or loss. Which takes us to the topics, the final account of a sole trader. What do we mean by the final account of a sole trader? We are referring to trading, profit, and loss account. What is trading? Trading account is the account that is prepared to show the profit or loss of a given period. Trading account is the account that is prepared to show the profit or loss at a given period. Trading account is defined as the account prepared which shows the profit or loss of an organization. That is, whether the organization makes profit or not. Now, when we talk of trading account, it is also prepared to conform to the rules of double entries. What do we mean by double entries? The double entry states that for every debit entries, there must be a corresponding credit entries. And for every credit entries, there must also be a corresponding debit entries. Now, let's go to the format of trading profit and loss account. It's through the format of trading profit and loss account that we will be able to make profound solution to a particular number in the series. When we talk of format, the format for trading profit and loss account. One, we have what is called opening stock. Opening stock. Don't forget, when you are writing your exam, you must always include the debit side and the credit side, because in the WAEC, even if you have written the writing without the debit side and the credit side, and likewise the symbol that has to do either the dollar sign or the naira sign must be included. If you have done the writing without this sign, all these things will be tantamount to zero. Now we have opening stock. After opening stock, we have what is called add purchases. Add purchases. You have to go through the question again. Do we have carriage inward? There is what is called carriage inward. What is purchases? Purchases is a goods that is bought for resales. Purchases are goods that are bought for resales. What do we mean by that? For example, as an wholesaler, we know the meaning of an wholesaler. An wholesaler is a trader who buys goods in large quantity from the manufacturer and sell in units to the retailer. Now, an wholesaler is a perfect example for purchases because he buys his good for resales. He's still going to sell it to the retailer. After which, you have to go through the question. If you have carriage inward, you had your carriage inward. You add it up together, you have an answer here. Mind you, not all exams that you will be given your carriage inward. If you don't have your carriage inward in an exam, you need to leave that column and proceed to the next column. After that, you need to go through the question. If you have return inward, return outward, you less your return outward. You have less return outward. Then you have your answer. Your total will be here. There are some questions whereby you will be given the proprietor withdraw certain amount of money, which is called drawings. When you have drawings in your financial account, especially in the additional information, what you have to do is that you less drawing from your return outward, because drawings is an amount of money withdrawn by the proprietor that can be used for anything. You cannot trace it to a particular department. He may take the money to buy anything. He may spend it for whatever wish he desire. So we call it drawings, and it's going to be deducted from our return outward. So you have less drawings. You have your total here. But mind you, not all questions that have drawings. So you have to take note of that. Now we go to the next one. Your answer that you have here is called cost of goods available for sales. Cost of goods available for sales. Having done that, you have to less what is called less closing stock. Less closing stock. You deduct your closing stock from your cost of goods sold. Then you have your answer here. Having done that, you have what is called closing stock. You have to less your closing stock. Sorry, we've less our closing stock from our cost of goods sold. Having done that, our answer will be called cost of goods sold. Now we come to the credit side of the account. We have what is called sales. We have what is called sales. Put down your sales. Having done that, we have what is called return inward. You less your return inward from your sales. Less return inward. For every organization, there is what is called gross profit. When we say gross profit, we are referring to the amount realized at the end of a given period. Gross profit is the amount of money that is realized at a given period. And not every organization that make profit, you may make profit and at the same time you make loss. But nobody pray for loss in every organization. So what we have here, we are looking for our gross profit. How do we get our gross profit? Gross profit is normally deducted from sales. You deduct your cost of goods sold from your sales to get your gross profit. So we have gross profit. We have gross profit BD. What do we mean by BD? There are some terminologies in accounting. We have BD, we have CD, we have BF, we have CF. What do you mean by that? BD means brought down. Brought down. What do you mean by CD? It carried down. What do you mean by BF? Brought forward. What do you mean by CF? Carry forward. All these are used in financial accounting. So we have gross profit brought down. Having deducted your sales from your cost of goods sold, you have your what? Your gross profit brought down. Then your answer will now be brought down. Then you balance your account. What do you mean by balance your account? You need to put 2 lines underneath. You need to put 2 lines under it. Now, don't forget I told you we have profit and loss account. Trading profit and loss account. This is the format for trading account. When you have expenses inclusive from the trading, you have already started with your profit and loss. Now, let's go with the profit and loss, because we have a lot of questions to do today from our series. And if you have your textbook, you can get one. Now we have expenses. Expenses. We have example of expenses. We have discount allowed. Discount allowed. We have 2 discounts. We have discount allowed and discount received. your discount allowed will be debited in your P&L account, which is profit and loss account, while your discount received will be credited in your P&L account. Now we have discount allowed, we have rent and rate. We have insurance. We have insurance. We have advertising. We have advertising. We have transportation, to mention a few. From your credit side, now in the credit side, we have what is called gross profit brought down, carried down, CD. The gross profit that is gotten in the trading account will be carried down to your P&L account, which is profit and loss account. After which you have to go through the question that is given to you. If you have discount received, then you bring your discount received under the credit side of the account. We have discount received. We have another example. We have income rates. We have income rate. We have provision for doubtful debt. We have what is called provision for doubtful debt, which must be credited in your P&L account, which is the profit and loss account. Now, having done that, we'll look for our net profit. What do you mean by net profit? It is the profit realized at the end of a given period. This is where we now know whether an organization are making profit or not. Maybe they have made profit at the end of a given period, usually a year, or not. Then we look for our net profit. How do we arrive at net profit? You deduct your what? Your income from the expenses. How do we get that? The total of your income will be deducted from your expenses. Then you have your net profit. At the end of it, you now balance your account. Take note, if you look at the chalkboard very well, you discover that we have the column for debit and likewise for credit. And we have the sign, which is the Naira sign on the chalkboard. In an exam, in your WAEC, they may not give you the Naira sign. You may be given the dollar sign. You may be given the dollar sign, or you may be given the what? Probably the CD sign. You have to indicate. If you are given the Naira sign and you now write the dollar sign, everything you have done is wrong. You score 0. So you have to be mindful of that. We'll be right back after this short break.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah, special announcement to everybody, nearly local. O lè tẹ́ kòrò lọ́rùn, o lè tẹ́ kòrò lọ́rùn, tó bá tẹ́ kòrò lọ́rùn, o lè tẹ́ virus lọ́rùn. O máa mú ọwọ́ olóòní fọ̀, o máa mú lọ ṣagídí òṣì, o máa mú lọ fọwọ́ kojú, o máa mú lọ fọwọ́ kan mú, o máa kò ṣe self isolation, o máa ó yarí olóòní gbà, o máa ó keep social distance, o máa ó tún múra ìnáwó, o máa ó ṣe gèlè ayaya, o máa tó bá yá kó lóhùn wúkọ́, o máa ó máa sín bí òbúkọ, o máa kó máa ṣagídí òṣì, o máa mòró no be child play, o máa mòró tí o mọ ọmọdé, o máa mo dẹ̀ máa gba alágbà, o máa mú ẹ̀ ó yá máa gbàdúrà, o máa mo take safety precautions, o máa mo follow simple instructions, o máa mú ẹ̀ o máa mú ẹ̀.
Welcome back. Now, having done that, let's go to if you are with your textbook or you are with your series at home, open to WAEC 2009 question number 5. Your WAEC series 2009 question number 5. 2009 question 5, where we have the following transbalance was extracted from the book of Alajobi Enterprises for the year ended 31st June 2007. We have capital 120,000. We have stock 4706. We have 18,200. We have purchases and sales 178,000, and we have sales 280,000. We have returns. Don't forget we have return inward, return outward. We have return 3,400. We have 1,700. We have discount allowed 1,320. We have discount received. We have 1,560. We have debtors and creditors. We have 32,000 and we have 24,600. We have carriage outward 4,250. We have rent and rate 7,480. We have wages and salary 17,740. We have machinery at cost 150,000. We have provision for depreciation 30,000. We have provision for bad debts. You can go through it because of our time. Let's go to the additional information. A, we have stock as at 3607 was valued at 16,700. We have the proprietor had withdrawn goods worth 5,600. This has not been reflected in the book. We call this drawing, which I've rightly explained earlier. We have wages of 2,260 is owned, while rent of 1,400 has been prepaid. Provision for doubtful debt is to be reduced to 6,000. Provision for depreciation of machine at 20%, reducing balance. Let's go to the solution now. We have, what's the name of the enterprises? We have Alade Jobi Enterprises, trading profit and loss account as at 30th June 2007. We have the debit side, the credit side, and likewise the naira sign. Now, don't forget, we have what is called opening stocks. According to the information given to you on the format. Opening stock. You go through the question. Our opening stock is 120,000. Our opening stock is 18,200. 18,200. 18,200. You go through the question. Do we have purchases? Then you add your purchases. Don't forget, purchases is goods bought for resales. Then we have add purchases. Our purchases is what? 178,000. 178,000 naira. Go through the question. Do we have carriage inward? If you have carriage inward in the question, you add it up. But if there is no carriage inward in the question, you do what? You go to the next question, which is less return inward. Do we have return inward from the question? Let's go. If we have return inward, less return outward, rather. Return outward. Sorry, we have to add our purchases first. 0, 0, 2, 6, 8, and 1, which we have 186,200. Now you let's return outward. Our return outward from the question is 3,400. 3,400. We have 0. We have 0. From here we have to add 6 to these 2 to give us 12. 12 from 4 we have 8. Here we have 5, and to give us 2, and we have 8, 1. You go through the question. Do we have drawings? Don't forget we have drawings in the additional information. We have drawings in the additional information. What is our drawing in the additional information? We have our drawing is what? 5,600. 5,600. Less drawing. 5,600. Sorry, there is a mistake. I made a mistake, and it has to do with the returns. The returns. Our returns here is as a result of the line. It's not here. It's not well cleared here. It's 1,700. 1,700. So we have 0, 0, 12 minus 5 minus 7, that is 5. We have 4, then we have 1, 8. Then we deduct our 5,600. We have 0, 0. We have 4 here. 4 to 15, it gives us, 1 to 5, it gives us 15. 15 from 6, we have 9. What is left here? We have 3 left here. We had 1 from our 8 to 3 to give us 13. 13 from 5, that is 7. Then here we have what? 7 left. That's 177,900. From here, our answer here is called cost of goods available for sales. Having gotten our cost of goods available for sales, we have our less closing stock. Less closing stock. Less closing stock. How do we, let's go back to our calculation here. Let's go back. We have 0, 0, 15 from 6. That is 9. Then we have 13 here. 13 from 5. That is 8. Then we have 7 here. We have 7 remains here. Then we have 1. Thank you. Then we go to less closing stock. Less closing stock. What is our closing stock? Our closing stock is 16,700. 16,700. We have 0, 0, 9 from 7, that's 2. 8 from 6, that's 2. 7 from 1, that's 6. Then we have 1, which is 162,200. Having got this is our cost of goods sold. Now go to the credit side of the account. You have your sales. How much is our sales from the question? Our sales is 280,000. We have 280,000 naira. Having gotten this, you go through the question. Do we have return inward? If there is a return inward, you less it from your sales. There are some questions they may not give you the return inward. If you don't have return inward from the question, just go direct by looking for your gross profit. Then we have return inward less return inward. How much is our return inward from the question? We have 3,400. 3,400. Let's it together. We have 0, 0. 0 cannot go in 4. That means we have to get 1 from here. This will give us 10, while this remains 7. From down to this place also it will give us 10. This remains 9. 10 from 4, that's 6. Then we have 9 here. 9 from 3, that's 6. Don't forget we have 7 here. 7, 2. That one will give us 276,600. How are we going to get our gross profit? As I've rightly said, gross profit brought down, carried down. You have to deduct your sales from your what? Cost of goods sold. You have to deduct your sales from your cost of goods sold to get your gross profit. Now let's deduct 276,600 minus 162,200. We have 0, 0, 6 from 2, we have 4, 6 from 2 again, we have 4, 7 from 6, we have 1, 2 from 1, we have 1. So our gross profit is 114,000, 114,400. For you to be sure of your answer, add it up. Maybe you'll be able to get your 276,600. Let's go now. This is 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 4 give us 6. 2 plus 4 give us 6. 6 plus 1 give us 7. 1 plus 1 we have 2. That's 276,600. So you need to balance your account. Bring it down like this. Don't mind my marker. Give you 276,600. Let me change the marker. Sorry. Yeah. So it gives us 276,600. Having gotten your answer, here we have our trading account. We now proceed to P&L account, which is profit and loss account. The next thing for you to do is that you have to carry your gross profit, you bring it down to your credit side of the P&L account. Here we have gross profit carried down, which is 114,400. Then we have our expenses. Let me clean it up. I want to believe you've all taken it down so that we have enough space to write our P&L account. Expenses. Then we have gross profit brought down, which is 114,400. Now let's go to the question. What are the expenses that we have? What are the expenses that we have? We have discount allowed. Our discount allowed is what? 1,320. We'll be right back after this short break.
Start your day right in a matured way with an inspirational motivational jump. Tune in to Uniq 103.1 FM, our station, at 5:55 a.m. on Mondays and Fridays, or listen from any part of the world online via www.uniqfmrstation.net. To join Dikpo Oguntoyinbo for mature talk with Dikpo. No situation is hopeless unless God is ruled out. Act on it.
Welcome back. Now let's proceed. From the question, we have what is called carriage outward. Carriage outward is an expenses, so you write it. Carriage outward. What is our carriage outward? We have 4,250. You have to go through the question. Do you have rent and rate? Rent and rate is an expenses, so you put it down, rent and rate. Don't forget, you have to go through your additional information. From the additional information, we have rent and rate, which was owing, and that is which has been prepaid already. That is 1,400. And what do we do for prepaid? You have to deduct from the cost given to you. That is prepaid. But when you have accrued, probably someone has paid ahead, you deduct. But when you have owing, you are owing someone, you have to add. So from this we have rent and rate, which is 1,004. So you deduct your rent and rate from it because you have paid ahead, which is 7,480 from your additional information, which is 1,400. Then the total 7,480 from 1,400. That's 0,806. That's 608, which is 6,080. Then we have wages and then salaries. Our wages, we have the cost is 17,420. Then we have owing, which is from the additional information, which is 2,260. So you have to add your owing, 2,260. That will give us 17,740 plus 2,260. We have 0,090. We have 0,0. Then we have another one here, 0,0. Then we have 2. That give us our 20,000 naira. 20,000. Then we have bad debt. From it, we have bad debt. What do you mean by bad debt? Bad debt simply means unrecoverable debt. That is debt that cannot be recovered again. So it's an expenses, which is 1,060. Because of our time, I need to be very fast. We have general expenses. How much are general expenses? We have 3,890. Then we have, in our credit side, we have gross profit. You have to go through the question. Do we have discount received? Then you put down your discount received. In the credit side, discount received. How much is our discount received? 1,560. You look down to the question. Do we have provision for bad debt? Yes. Provision for bad debt is 7,600. We have provision for bad debt is 7,600. and which is 7,200 plus our 6,000 naira, which give us, sorry, minus our 6,000, which give us 1,200. I want to believe, because of our time, in our next class, I'll be able to continue from where I stop. My name remains Isaiah Olaiwaju Moses. If you have any question as regards this, as regards where we stop, you can contact a number on 0 WhatsApp. Please, no call. No call. My WhatsApp number only. If you have any question as regards this, you can contact me on 081 639 777, which is 77797. I take it again. 081 639 77797. Until then, remain blessed.
Let's